Is 2K being lazy by not making a brand new builder, or is it smart? Because it could be. It very could be smart. We'll have to see how they do things, how the game look once we get our hands on it. But are they being lazy? Let's really talk through it. Let's think through it. If y'all haven't heard at this point, man, 2K26 Builder is not identical, but damn near. Super similar. It's going to be some very small tweaks. But what we should get is going to be a whole different gameplay experience, man. I think if you ask anyone about 2K25 how they felt about the game, it's not going to be many people that say they generally enjoyed the game. It's not. The game wasn't horrible, but it was one of the worst 2Ks I played in a while. And I'm a 2K guy. I'm not one of these content creators that play the game for a month, 2 months, and just make content on it while even playing the game. I play this game, and it's a bad game. But what do not having the updated builder, keeping the same builder, what do that tell me? Okay, they decide to focus on gameplay. Because like I said, if you ask the guy what y'all think about the game, y'all probably gonna say it's bad, it's not a good game. Why? Because of the gameplay. Nobody issue, maybe I shouldn't say nobody, not many people issue with this game was the builder. The builder's fine. All of the builders are usually fine, except for like 2K21 Next Gen. That builder was cooked. A couple of these builders do be cooked. But the builder was fine. It was good enough, man. Do I love it? No. I felt like I was a liability on the taller build, and maybe I just don't know how to dribble well enough on a tall build, but I felt like a liability. If I wanted to be a point guard, I felt like I either had to go 6'2" or 6'4". I don't like that. What about your 6 feet? What about your 6'7"s? I felt like if I was running in pro-am, I had to be on the 6'2" damn near. Stuff like that. Obviously, I think it should always be a meta. It's always going to be a meta. But hopefully the gameplay will really diversify the builder more so than the builder diversifying the actual builder, if that makes sense. I know that's a crazy statement, but having the builder be the main selling point every single year, I think we need to get away from that. And it's low-key a smart decision, I think, by 2K not changing the builder, or it's done being lazy. We'll see when the game come out if the gameplay is significantly improved, because it was a lot of the gameplay just wasn't fun. I just call it what it is, man. The shooting wasn't fun. The shooting, the first half of the year, I'm like, yo, this shooting is crazy. I'm using the rhythm not rhythming. Like the new feature half the time is not even registering. It's saying, it's come on. But hopefully this upcoming year the gameplay was be in a much better spot. I think it's the first time maybe ever where we don't see new badges. We don't have new badges coming to the game. And that might not be a bad thing. I think they'll definitely probably tweak some badges. Maybe even the verbiage on the right side of the screen for some of these badges will be different. Because some of these badges have been removed. I think so. I think so. I don't think every badge is perfect. And I also don't think every badge is super useful. But the fact that they really showed no love to the builder, to everything when it comes to the badges, the takeovers are, I think all the same, but you do have some new options. Cap breakers are done a little bit different. They focused on some of that stuff, but not the actual builder. Like I said, that's telling me gameplay should be significantly improved. I want to know y'all thoughts. Let me know down below right now. What do y'all think? Is focusing on, hopefully, this is my thought process. We don't know until we get the game. But not changing the builder. Is that a W or is that a L? And I think initially everyone was going to say L, L, L. Well, think about it like that, man. Maybe they will actually show some focus on gameplay. Because I made a video early on saying that 2K26 builder would mean nothing. And I think I made that video before we even knew the builder was going to be pretty much the same. But another topic. Do not go on this 2K25 builder, think you're about to cook up a perfect build for 2K26, for day one. Don't do that, man. Some YouTubers are doing it. I might even drop a video on some good builds. I think I already dropped one, but that was a different type video. But please don't just cook up on this and think it's going to be one for one, because the gameplay, if it's how I think it is going to be significantly different next year, man. A 63 ball might be the new 80. That might be the reality. To an 83 ball, let's just say, if you had an 83 ball wide open in this current game, let's say you hit 60% of the time. In 2K26, a 63 ball, you might now be able to hit 60% of the time with a 63 ball, with the pure green window. So it will just open everything wide open, man. Open everything wide open. But please wait as long as possible to make your build. You know, don't be like me. Day one, I'm popping out 2 builds. I already know. I'm popping out 2 builds. And one of the builds is probably going to look something like this, man. It's probably going to look something like this with the 993. And I like to go overboard. I like to go crazy, man. Why not have the 993 in the game where is no RNG with shooting, you know? But at the same time, you probably don't need 993. But so I'm probably gonna be one of the only people with it. But I want to see what happens. You know, can I hit some crazy contested shots with no RNG? But this upcoming year, it seems like the gameplay will shift more towards driving, and that's interesting because that's what Mike Wang said, man. He said he thinks mid-range and driving will be extremely strong this year. He said that on Reddit. And it's like, damn, well, we took the RNG out of shooting, and now 3-pointers, he ain't mentioned nothing about 3-pointers. He said driving and mid-range. Mid-range was already great last year. How much better can it get? How much better can it get? But like I said, I'm a little bit nervous because he didn't say anything about 3-ball. And, you know, I think we should listen to Mike Wang. He do be making the whole entire game. But having driving now be the focus. And also he said inside game. So close shot might actually be close shot. It might actually mean something. So I'm actually super hopeful for that. Because if I could now make, you know, a center that could actually score in the post, could actually do some close shots without missing against a 6-foot guard, you know, that's, come on, man. Like, I'm making my Joel Embiid build, and he really, you know, Andrew Bynum, you know, after the surgeries, you know, and that don't make sense. You know, that's not good. So, point is of this video, man, like, I just think, or I really want to hear your opinion, but I'm really hopeful. I shouldn't say think. I'm hopeful that them really not changing the builder will actually lead to more build diversity in gameplay, because it gets tiring at just seeing the same builds and bad. And Pro-Am is bad. It's probably always going to be bad in Pro-Am, man. Everyone make the same build in Pro-Am. Same swing, same center, same point guards, same everything. But even when you seeing that in Rec, everyone making the same build, like, damn, man. Like, I want to make my Zion Williamson build that could run the one. You know, and actually have it be useful. I want to run the one with a 63 ball and 99 dunk. Listen, I want to get crazy, man. I'm done making these super meta, super comp build, man. Comp got to be the most cringy word in the 2K community. I'm done making them builds. I want to make a little build like this, you know, 70 on the 3-ball and the point guard and still able to hit, you know, 60% of the time wide open, 75% of the time wide open if I'm a good player, man. But at the end of the day, who knows what the actual builder going to look like. One of the worst parts about having the same builder, people are going to hop on this next game and not even realize, like, oh, this builder is different, or the gameplay is right. They're going to make their last year build that was a hooper, that was a stepper, that was crazy by the end of the year, and they going to hop on this next game, this college, or this NBA. I'm talking about college football, man. I'm talking about my other channel. Hold on. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Y'all made it this far. But they're going to think the gameplay is exactly the same or going to be similar, or they think their build is going to play similar, and they're going to be in for a rude awakening, man. They're going to lose out on some cheese, on some VC, and they're going to be upset. Every year I make a build, and that build just get nerfed. It happens. You know, I remember one year, I think it was 23. Steals was insane. I made a 99 steal build. A week later, I think it was less than a week, they nerfed steals. I'm like, wow. I waited to make the build. I'm like, yo, I waited until like mid-year. I'm like, mid-year. This is NBA 2K24, I think. Mid-year, I'm like, there's no way they're going to nerf builds or nerf steals. Steals been overpowered all year. As soon as I make my build, nerf it. Nerf it right in the mud. Build useless. 99 steal point guard I think I made. Build useless. I'm like, wow. So just wait as long as possible, man. One year they nerfed my build. Day 2, I made a post scoring point guard. I was trying to be cheesy. I was trying to do something crazy. They nerfed post scoring the second day. It was overpowered. It was. That's why I made the build. They nerfed it the second day. I wasted $100. It happens. So wait as long as possible to make your build. But please let me know your thoughts down below, and let me know if having the same, damn near the same builder is a W or a L. And if y'all think they actually focus on gameplay, or did they get lazy? I think they focus on gameplay. I'm hopeful, man. I'm super hopeful. Excited for the game. If y'all enjoyed this content, like, comment, subscribe. More content coming soon, man. We are going crazy when this game come out. I appreciate y'all. We on to the next one.